Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Victoria and welcome to Pembroke Beauty. So today I did this everyday summer makeup look and it goes through exactly how to do like in-depth face makeup for summertime sweating and heat that should last you throughout the day. And additionally, I showed you an in-depth process of how to apply false lashes. So if you were ever curious, if you're a beginner and you want to know tips and tricks and products that I use and exactly how step-by-step I apply my false lashes, then this is a video for you. So if you want to see how to do all that stuff and see how to get this cute summery look, then just keep watching. Alright, so we're first going to go in and do our face makeup, and you guys know that I am not a foundation wearer, so I am not going to wear foundation. This is going to be like your perfect summer makeup that will stay on and won't be super difficult to put on every day. So I'm first going to go in with the Covergirl Clean Invisible Concealer. I have this in the shade Fair. I really like this concealer. I think it's very lightweight, and you guys know that I don't really like to wear super heavy duty concealers. Not that I don't need it for my bags, but because I think that since I don't wear foundation, it looks kind of funky to have like a super high coverage concealer and then have like nothing else on the rest of your face. That's just a preference thing, but I don't really like that look on myself. So I'm not somebody to do that necessarily. I like to have my freckles showing, and I sweat a lot, so I don't really feel the need to wear like super heavy duty makeup on my face. And that's pretty much just a personal preference. So if you guys feel like you want foundation, I would suggest, if you're trying to do like a summer everyday, I would suggest like a BB cream or something really light. That way it's not so obvious if you sweat a lot like me, that it's coming off of your face. So I'm just going to go in. You guys know I love to blend out concealer with my fingers. If you have a preferred way, feel free to do that. But I do think that doing it with your fingers really helps like the warmth of your finger blend into the skin. So yeah. And so this, I addressed it in my last video. I thought I had it healed, and of course it broke back open yesterday, which just makes me want to throw myself off a cliff. I hate it. So yeah, essentially, like, you know how sometimes you get like dry lips or whatever? Well, the corner of my lip was really dry and it cracked, and so did the other one, but the other one's now healed, and this one was almost healed, and then I broke it back open yesterday, and it's super annoying, and I hate it, and don't judge me. So pretty much just blend this in. You guys saw where I had that concealer placed. I didn't go like super far down because I do want some freckles to show here. I do have a pimple or two there, so I'm going to cover that up. But yeah, and because this is really lightweight concealer, you can kind of blend it into, like, if it's a little bit lighter than the rest of your skin, it's not super obvious. You can kind of sheer it out so that it just covers the things you want. But yeah. And you can always go back in with the second layer on like really dark parts or really red parts if you have somewhere where you have a pimple that you want to hide, or a dark inner circle that you want to cover. You can totally do that as well. I am somebody who is dry, and so make sure that the concealer you wear will withstand whatever skin type you have. I really like this concealer for my dry skin. I don't think that it dries me out too much, and I think it would work for oily girls as well, but I can't really speak from experience on that one. But yeah, you can see that that didn't cover it like completely, but it covered it enough for me. We don't need to be super flawless for every day, you know. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with bronzer. So I've been using the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula mixed in with the Essence Pure Nude highlighter, and I love this combination. It is so good. So pretty much all I do is literally just take my bronzer brush and dip into the Physicians Formula a couple times, and then into the Essence Pure Nude highlighter, and just kind of go back and forth, tap off a little bit of the excess, and just gently kind of blend this into our bronzer area. So make a fishy face and kind of drag that into the skinny section of your face. And this will help, especially for me. My body, don't get me wrong, I don't tan easily, but my body tans easier than my face does typically. So typically my face is paler than the rest of myself, so I do need to bronze up a little bit to make it so I don't look weird and like mismatched. And just kind of blow this out. Because these are really easy to blend, they do blend out easily, obviously, but like you want to be able to blow them out so they don't look like a harsh contour. It just looks like a really pretty natural glow and bronze to the skin. I do actually kind of push this up onto my like apple of my cheek a little bit as well. And I do bring it down a little bit on the sides of my nose. It's not really a nose contour, but it does make it look more natural that you have some color on your nose, because you would. All right, and I think that, so this is a really pretty like natural finish, and then mixed in with this, it just makes it like a little extra glowy. I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but it does look very natural and very like healthy. So you can kind of see this a little bit more than I wanted to, and so even though I just put some bronzer on there, I'm going to put a little bit more concealer on top of that, and you will see how well this blends out. Just gently tap that on to the placement, and it is no big deal. It doesn't really like make a huge difference that you put powder there and then you're gonna put that back over top, which is nice. So I actually did not set my under eyes, and as you can see, it doesn't really matter. You don't really need to. I am going to set it a little bit, but very gently. So I go in with the Covergirl Clean Matte pressed powder, and this, you can use whatever powder you like. I like this one just because it is super lightweight and I don't want a lot of coverage for right now. So I'm literally like one little swirl in there. As you can see, I use it a lot. And I'm just going to gently tap that right under my eyes and onto my eyelids, right into the middle of my forehead. Kind of drag it down a little bit under here. And that is it. The other nice thing about not wearing foundation is that you don't really have to worry about it melting off your face, you know? So the next thing I'm going to go in with is the Colourpop Blush Sticks. And this is in the shade Dash Zero. It's a very natural, kind of warm toned orangey peachy shade. It's a really good everyday shade. I use this all the time. You guys know this, but I figure I'll show you again. And I'm going to go in with my duo fiber brush and just take this right onto there. And we are going to get a good amount because I do like the blushy look, especially in summer. And because this is cream, it goes on super naturally and it does not fade off so easily. And we're just going to gently drag this on the apples of our cheeks, kind of doing like circular motions. And because I do like it kind of blushy, I'm gonna like take it onto the apples of my cheeks and then blend it up into the bronzer almost. And then as we use up what's left on the brush, we're going to go onto our nose a little bit. And then onto actually where we put our bronzer on our forehead as well. If you are somebody who likes a more intense colored blush, you can absolutely find a ton of colors in these. I need to get more, I just don't have them right now. But you can absolutely do that. It's really, really good. And then, shocking, I'm gonna go into the Light Sticks, and this is in Uneno. Still don't know how to say it. Those two are from the I'll Always Love You set. And this is just a really pretty like champagne color. And I'm going to take this on my Luxie 660 brush. You can use whatever highlight you want, but I'm going to use this one first, and then I'll put a little bit more of something on top, just because it's summer. We want to be glowy. And this big brush really helps like distribute the product. So I'm just going to gently, like you can see, it's not super intense, but it becomes tense very quickly. And because it is a cream formula, I do like to just kind of blend this all over, and it gives your face like a really pretty natural sheen. And then we'll go in with a more precise highlight on top if we want to. And just blend this kind of into the blush as well. It doesn't have to be super precise because we do kind of want, at least I like that glowy look, so because you kind of blend that all the way out, it really diffuses into your skin and looks really natural and kind of like you're sweaty, but not too bad. And so today I'm going to go in with the Juvia's Place Loose Highlighter in Cleo. Definitely go check out this brand, but I'm just going to take this, and we have to be very, very gentle with this because it is very intense and we do have that wet-ish face. So I'm just going to take the lid and take a little bit out of the lid and tap that off, and we are going to go to the highest point of our cheek. Yeah. And just gently blend that in. Doing circular motions right there, and then onto the brow bone as well. So pretty. Pretty, so pretty. Okay, now we're gonna take our little Luxie brush, our little elf brush, my favorite little concealer brush that I use for highlight, and I'm going to dip into the cap again, and I'm going to put this in my inner corners. I feel like I show you guys this look like every year, but this really is like my everyday go-to makeup look, and it's really nice. It's very easy. You can do it very quickly, and it does make you look like much more alive and awake, and it's just a really nice routine. It's very simple. All right, and so now we're doing brows, and so shocker, I'm going to use the Covergirl Easy Breezy Brow, and this is in the shade medium, and how many times can I talk about how much I love this product? Covergirl sponsor me? I literally cannot. So I focus this, the first little go, on the end of my brows because that's where I need the most help filling in. So I focus it there, and then go to the other side, focus it there. And then I dip back in real quick and start going in at the front and blending it into the tail of the brow. Brushing it up and out from our face. Like, this will really help lift the face, and yeah, you can definitely see how much better that looks. This stuff is like shellac. It does not ever go away. So like yesterday I did this whole face routine, and we went out and we played like badminton, and we were out in the sun, and I sweated like a ton, and I literally looked exactly the same as I did before I left the house when I got home, despite me sweating all day. Because this makeup routine is like absolutely sweat resistant. Like, I looked more glowy, obviously, because I sweated after the fact, but it was like a nice glow, like a healthy glow, as opposed to like, ew, you look disgusting. And like everything was still intact. My blush, my highlight, my brows, my mascara, like everything was still right where I put it. And so that's why I'm telling you to do this routine if you have something to do outside. I don't know if you could swim in it, but alright, so then for eyeshadow, we're going to go back into our butter bronzer. Shocking. And I'm just going to take a really easy, simple blending brush, and I'm going to just dip into our bronzer, tap some of that off, and we are just going to blow that out into our crease, kind of focusing that almost in a cat eye shape because it helps kind of lift the eye, and keeping it light in our crease, blending it out. And then doing the same on the other side. This will help lift the eye, give a little bit of definition to the eye as well, and just help contour it a little bit. But it is super simple. Yeah, and then take a little bit gently underneath of the eye. Pull that up into the cat eye shape as well. You can do this with whatever bronzer you have. There's no right or wrong. And so yeah, so now let's curl our lashes because we're pretty much done. The other thing I'm going to do, you probably saw from the title, is show you in depth how to put on false eyelashes. Just because that's going to be a really short video if I do it separately, but it would be a good video to do it in this because I don't have liner on, so you guys can really see. So we're going to try and do that in this video. And since this is kind of a shortish video, it's not going to be difficult to put it into this. It won't add a ton more time. First, let's do some lips so that I don't look so barren. Let's do... So the key with this look is that you can do whatever lip color you want to do. You follow your heart. You want to wear a dark, you wear a dark. You want to wear a bright, you wear a bright. You want to wear a nude, you wear a nude. There is no right and wrong here with this look because it is very, very, very user-friendly. I don't know what shade I want to do. There's a part of me that kind of wants to do red. Maybe I'll do red today. It's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah, let's do red. Why not? I've been doing nudes and nudes and nudes and nudes and nudes and nudes and nudes on this channel, so let's do it. Let's do something bright. Actually, let's go with a bright pink. Who wants a bright Barbie pink? Let's do a bright Barbie pink. Heck yeah, let's do it. So we're gonna go with the Colourpop Lippie pencil in I Heart This. Ooh, it looks a little rough. Just gonna line eyelets. That lip liner is so intense that you like almost don't need to put anything on top of it, but we're going to. So now I'm going to go with the Lime Crime Pink Velvet Velvetine. Bam! Oh, I love it. I love a good pink lip. Alright, so now we have our lip and we are going to move on to lashes. So the key with lashes, I think, is people get really intimidated by it, and it is slightly intimidating. However, if you start from the beginning and practice, the key is really practice, you can do this. I promise you can do it. So I find it to be much easier if you have a clear glue and lashes that have a clear band. I think that people think about getting lashes and they think about the big, huge lashes, which are beautiful, but they're really hard to apply, actually, especially when they have like the thick black bands. They're really, really hard to work with. They are not that comfortable, at least the ones that I've tried. Personally, I think they're really, really difficult to use. So I prefer the Kiss lashes, and it doesn't have to be this style in particular, but I do prefer Kiss. Because they're ones that I've been able to find that do clear bands and do them well and have a good amount of styles that have clear bands. The other the other option that you can do is the little like bunches of lashes, and those ones would be much easier as well because then you just put a little glue on there and wherever you want them. But so for these, so you can see so you see how this is like, the band of that is clear? When you look at other lashes, that will have like a big, thick black band on there. And so when you go to apply these ones, you won't be able to see the band because there is none, really. But when you apply the big, thick black ones, you can tell. Unless you're wearing liner, and then it's covered. However, even with liner, they're usually kind of stiff, so putting them on and getting them to attach to the inner corner and the outer corner can be difficult, and that's what I don't like about it. So I'm going to show you how I apply my lashes in depth using the Kiss Pageboy Blowout Lashes. Again, there are many, many other options. If you don't like this style, don't wear this style, go look at your local Walmart or Target or wherever you shop. I guarantee you they have a bunch of options. Go to Sally's Beauty. Ardell has other good ones. I've actually don't think I've ever used them, but I really like the Kiss ones. They're really, really nice. So, and they hold up pretty well as well. So I've actually used this pair a couple times and I'm just going to reuse it. So essentially what I do if I reuse is I take them off and then I kind of like strip off any mascara that I put on them. and just kind of pull that off with my fingers. And then any leftover glue that's on the band, I just kind of try and pull that off with my fingers as well. So essentially, as soon as you take them out of the package, you're going to want to take them off, like the one that you're going to use, take it out, and then kind of like wiggle it around. And that's like, you see how easy that is to do with these ones? With the thick band ones, if you buy them, you will find out that it is not that easy to do. You can then lay them across your eye and see how they feel. So these ones actually, I don't have to trim. I can put them on and they kind of cover my whole eye. However, if they are like super big on you, always cut from the outer edge. If you cut from the inner edge, it will be weird looking on the inner corner. So if you need to trim them from the outer edge only. The other thing you can do to make your life a little easier is if you'd prefer to have them in pieces, you can cut them in half to begin with, and then apply one and then apply the other one. That's totally your preference. I don't personally do that, but you can. Absolutely, there's no issue doing that. So once you have your new lash ready to go, you're going to take your tweezers. I started using, so in one of the packs of these, it comes with an eyelash applicator, and I'll put a picture of it on the screen because I don't think I have it anymore, but this is what I actually use to start teaching myself to do this. And it makes a world of a difference to use that. That was the one way that I could figure out how to apply lashes. So I highly suggest that if you find a set of lashes, usually they do come in a set like this, and they're like on the back. If you find a set with those and you are new, I would suggest getting that. And then if they don't have that in the pack, they do sell them separately. So I would get them, they're not very expensive. I would get them and try it with those first. And after a while, it became kind of like annoying for me to use them. So now I just use tweezers, but I would not suggest necessarily using tweezers to begin with, especially because they can be sharp and you can hurt yourself. So be very careful if you use tweezers. Other people do apply these with their fingers. I don't personally like that. I don't have very good, like my fingers are too big, I feel. So I don't do that, but you can if you would like to try doing that. I just think that it's like, I can't get that close. So, okay, with all that being said, let's move on to glue. So Kiss just came out with a new liner, lash glue. So they have it in black and they have it in clear. I personally do not understand people who use black eyelash glue. I applaud you, brave souls who use black eyelash glue. I do not understand. I cannot relate. I have never understood it because it is so messy. If you like happen to get it somewhere else, then you have a big black glob. Like, I personally just don't, I'm not a proponent of that. You do you. If that's what you like to do and that's how you do your thing, do it. I totally hear it. I get it. But it's not my thing. So I'm suggesting to you, a beginner with lashes, to use clear lash adhesive. And this is my favorite one. This is the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive with Aloe, and it is in clear. And I really like this because it is gentle. It doesn't have that gross like smell. It's formaldehyde and latex free, and you can get this again at Walmart. It should be right next to that other stuff. I just find this to be super easy. I've gone through like a tube or two of this already throughout my life. It does last a really long time, so I highly suggest this one. I really, really like it, but you do you. If you would like to try the black one, try the black one. If you want to try the liner, I haven't tried it, but I'm sure it's amazing because it's the same formula. So check it out, think about it, but this is the one that I'm suggesting to you today. Let's begin. You're going to take your lashes right from the center on your little tweezer thing or whatever. If you're going to use that little lash applicator, you're going to unscrew your lash adhesive, and I like to wipe off a little bit of the excess. And you are going to gently, I'm trying to get it so you can see it. You're going to gently just paint onto the band with this strip lash adhesive. You need to dip back in and get a little bit more. I would focus a lot of the glue on the inner and the outer corner, but you do want to get it on the center as well. Get like a good helping on there, you guys can see. And then you are going to, the key, do not apply right now. Do not apply. Let it sit for, I would say 15 seconds. You can kind of wave it around, you can blow on it, whatever you want to do. If you put it on now, it's not going to stick because it's not tacky enough. You need to give it a little bit of time to set onto here so that it then wants to stick onto your eye. That was a big mistake I made at first, and I watched YouTube videos and learned that that's not how you should do it, and that is why I stopped doing it that way, and I'm here to tell you, wait. So now it's been probably about long enough, and you want to focus it. So since you have it in the middle, you're going to find right in the middle where you want it to be and stick it on. So then I would suggest going into the inner corner and getting it right into that inner corner, right about where your lashes would start, and then get the tail end and press that down. And then you're going to go back to the inner corner and just kind of hold that down into the inner corner, because that spot's going to want to kind of flip up. And then I like to kind of squish the lashes together, kind of like grabbing your natural lashes and the fake lashes and kind of press them gently against your eyelid. It's hard to explain it, but when you start doing it, you'll know what I mean. And just, this is very gentle. You don't need to be rough with it. Just very gently kind of pressing this into the skin, and it will stick on. And the key is to try and get it as close to your lashes as possible without getting them on the lashes. You will not get it close the first time. I highly suggest that if you're going to do this and you're a beginner, put down some black eyeliner first. It doesn't even have to be a wing. Just put like a small little line across your whole eyelid. You can even do it with like a pencil, something. And just gently draw a line and then put the lash on top. And then once it's dry and it's very stuck on there, it's not going anywhere, then you can add a little bit more on top of the lash and it will make it look much more natural. So essentially, now, because you just keep pressing it onto the skin, you should feel when it dries. If you want to go in with your fingers and kind of just press it in, you have a lash. Clean it off if you've already used it. If they are new, I would suggest pulling off as much of the like sticky adhesive that they put on the band as you can, that they like have to have them stick to the container. I would suggest pulling off as much of that as you can. It's not a huge deal if you can't get it all off, but I would suggest trying to get a little bit of it off. It will make sticking them onto your eye a little easier. So a lot of people do their mascara after they, or before they do their lashes. That is absolutely personal preference. I think, in my personal opinion, that it looks much more natural if you do your mascara after you have the lashes on. I think that it makes them blend into your natural lashes much more than just doing mascara and then sticking these on top. But again, there's no wrong way to do it. You can do it either way. So we are going to pinch in the middle, take some lash glue, paint that onto the band. Don't apply, let it dry. Yeah, you heard me. That's a fun little rhyme. Don't apply, let it dry. 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 Okay, now we should be good. And we are going to stick this right into the middle of our eye. Grab the front portion of the lash. Alright, I put on too much, so see? Just gotta be patient with it. You mess up, we'll just try again. If you get a bit of lash glue, Rogue lash glue on your tweezers or whatever, just grab something, wipe it off. Then you're gonna get out here on the outer lash. So now we have lashes. So now you can apply your favorite mascara over top of this. Just make sure these are on there very, very securely. But I'm just going to go in with the Covergirl Exhibitionist mascara off camera. You guys don't need to see me do this, but yeah, just put this on the top and on the bottom lashes, and that's it. I'm going to set my face as well. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. This stuff is so good. It is so inexpensive. It makes you look gluey. It keeps everything in place all day. It makes you look gluey. It makes you look dewy. But not like too dewy, like a healthy dew as opposed to like a gross sweaty dew. Even if you're oily, you can definitely use this. It does not have alcohol as far as I remember in it, so that's really good. It doesn't dry out your skin. I love this. I stand by it 100%. So I'm going to apply this and my CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara, and that is the completed look. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. If you enjoyed this video, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Comment any suggestions you have for me down below. If you have anything that you want to see, any videos in particular that you would like to see, any kinds of videos that you want to see coming up, or anything like that, definitely comment that down below. If you don't already, you should follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. And subscribe to this channel if you have not already. And definitely hit the little bell so you get notified every single time I post a new video. Thank you guys again for watching. Stay safe, make good choices, be nice to one another, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!